Today we are going to read a fun book about numbers. So this one's called 10 Items or Less, a counting book. Let's go. 10 Items or Less, a counting book. Mandy liked shopping with her mommy. She liked to sit in the supermarket wagon and ride up and down the aisles. When her mommy couldn't find things, Mandy helped her. "Do you see the cookies we like?" Mommy asked. Mandy looked on the shelves for the orange box with a picture of a clown juggling cookies. She saw red boxes, yellow boxes, green boxes. "There they are," she called, pointing all the way to the top shelf. "Thank you," said Mommy. She put an orange box in the wagon. Then she asked, "Would you like to play a counting game today?" "Oh, yes," said Mandy. "I'm good at counting." "Then you'll be good at this game," said Mommy. "It's called 10 Items or Less." Mandy looked puzzled. "What are items?" she asked. "That's just another word for things," Mommy explained. "If you have 10 items or less in your wagon, you get to check out on the express line." Then she added, "Express is another word for fast." 1. Cookies. 2. Spaghetti. "We already have a box of cookies," Mandy said. "That's one thing." "And what would you like for dinner?" asked Mommy. "Spaghetti," answered Mandy. So they took a box of spaghetti from the shelf. "That's 2 things," Mandy counted. At the fruit section, Mr. Robbins was unpacking a big crate of watermelon. "Let's have watermelon for dessert. Daddy loves watermelon," said Mommy. She put a piece in the wagon. That made 3 things. Down the next aisle, Mandy saw the cereal she had eaten for breakfast at Grandma's house. It was called Munchy Crunchy Morning. "Can we get that cereal?" Mandy asked. Mommy read the box to see what was inside. "It looks good," she said. So they put a box of Mandy Crunchy Morning in their wagon. That was 4 things. "I like raisins in it too," said Mandy. "We have no raisins at home," Mommy said. "I'm glad you reminded me." "That's 5 things," called Mandy when her mommy put a box of raisins in the wagon. Milk made 6. Cheese made 7. Then Mandy remembered something important. It was her job to feed Max the cat, and she remembered that his food was almost gone. "We need a bag of cat food," she said. That made 8 things. "I don't think we need much more," said Mommy. "Let's look around to see if we forgot anything." Live lobsters. In a corner of the store, they found mops and sponges and brooms. "Daddy says we need a new broom," said Mommy. "Can you pick one, Mandy?" Mandy picked out a broom with a yellow handle. It was fun to have a broom in the wagon. Mandy had to hold it tight so the broom wouldn't sweep everything off the shelves. "That's 9 things," she said. "Are we ready to go?" "We're ready," answered Mommy. They went right to the express line. Only 3 other people were ahead of them. On the other lines, it looked like there were 100. That's a lot of people. Fun. While they waited their turn, Mandy looked at the books. "You've been such a good helper," said Mommy, "and we can still buy one more thing. Is there a book you'd like?" "I'd like that one," said Mandy, pointing to a book with a saggy, baggy elephant on the cover. "And that makes 10 things," she added proudly. Mandy and her mommy were next. "Do you have 10 items or less?" asked Mrs. Green at the cash register. "Yes, we do, Mrs. Green," said Mommy. "Why don't you count for us, Mandy?" Mandy counted while Miss Green added up the prices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. "We have 10 items," Mandy said. "You're good at counting," Mrs. Green said as she put their things into a big brown bag. She handed the bag to Mommy. "See you again soon," she said. "Yes," Mandy said. "We'll see you every time we play 10 items or less." The end. That was a fun book. So So we're going to do something a little bit fun. Behind me, I have 4 numbers. We have a 9, a 0, which they didn't talk about in the book, but 0 comes before 1. We have an 8, and we have a 3. Let's see, how many squares do you see behind me? If you said 9 squares, then you would be correct. How many out of these squares, how many behind me do you see that are green? If you said 0, then that would be correct. There are no green squares behind me. They are all red, yellow, or purple. How many squares do you see behind me that have the outside, not the number or letter, but the outside as red or yellow? If you said 8, then that would be correct. How many squares behind me do you see that are yellow? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 squares behind me that are yellow. All right. I hope you had fun practicing your counting. If you have any time, I'm sure it will be a lot of fun to practice even more. I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.